Hey guys, we're sitting up here. It's youth season in Missouri. I wanted to do a quick little video over how we stay warm in blinds, whether it's a ground blind or one of our redneck gillies or one of our 6x7 platinums, or even we're sitting in the Banks blind this evening. And we use this Mr. Buddy. It's a Buddy heater there. It works out really good. It runs on these little propane bottles there. And I've used them the last probably 6-7 years with some pretty good success, especially staying warm. But I do want to make sure that you guys have got a good idea of how to first start that thing. So basically, you've got an off. So you screw the bottle on, then you change it from off to the pilot. You're holding it down there for say 5 to 15 seconds, and then clicking it, pushing it down, and basically what that does is it puts that spark plug and it ignites that little burst of fire there, and hopefully that propane catches. And then once you get that, you continue to hold that pilot light down, let that propane fuel up there for 25-30 seconds, and then you should be able to release that, and the flame should keep going, and then you can turn it to low or high depending on how cold it is. But a couple of the big strategies you've really got to keep in mind here is wind direction and thermals. So a lot of our blind locations, we're not expecting a whole lot of deer on the downwind side. So we do have the ozonics. I actually don't think I've had a deer spook because of it getting downwind, because the ozonic is covering it. But if you're not rolling with any kind of scent elimination or a unit like ozonics, you have to definitely keep that in mind. But overall, it allows you to jump up there in your blinds and hunt successfully without getting a whole bunch of bulkiness on there. Now, if you do hunt out of a ground blind, typically not going to be a real big deal. Just make sure you play that wind, and read the warning signs on those blinds that you're using. Some of them are kind of, I think, flammable, so be careful with those, especially those ground blinds. But once you get into the gilly blinds from redneck, I think again, just be cognizant of where that's at all points in time, because that's the last thing you want to do is have your blind lit up on fire. But I've got heaters in every single one of my blinds, and just absolutely love being able to just wear a hoodie and a vest in there, even if it's 20-30 degrees outside, and be comfortable. So as you get into your fiberglass blinds, such as your rednecks or your banks, the one thing you really got to keep in mind is typically you're going to want to be keeping your windows shut. So I always have just a rag in, I try to keep a rag in each one of the blinds, but I always I carry one in my camera bag too. And these are just little shop rags I bought from Walmart, and basically every couple 5-10 minutes, or whatever it is, when that fogs over on your window, you're just taking that and scrubbing it. Same as kind of if it's ice, you can take a little scraper and stuff. So just kind of keep those things in mind if you're gonna be hunting with a heater in your blind there. But overall, I've been really successful, killed a lot of deer, hunting out of those things. And there's gonna be some people out there that are totally against it, and so be it. I'm glad that you're able to get warm and you feel comfortable with those heavy clothing on there, and you're getting out there in nature regardless, right? But this is solely for if you want to bring some youth in there, or yourself, and you feel like you don't want to get real bulked up, you still want to feel comfortable within this Buddy heater system, is definitely the way I'd go. I think they're around 80-90 bucks. Now you can get a smaller propane one, or just a small, it's like a little cylinder head, and that thing would work just as well. I just like the Buddy heater there, just because I've used quite a few of them and feel comfortable with them. So hopefully this helps you guys out. Once you get into the cold weather, getting those kiddos out there, or just yourself, And like always, hopefully you guys are getting out there in nature, and best luck on your upcoming hunt.